election is on Thursday, May the 1st. Everyone should have now their polling card, which should have been sent to your house by post. And then what you need to do is go to the polling station, which is written on your polling card, on Thursday, May the 1st, from 7 a.m. till 10 p.m. This is my home. This is where I grew up. This is where my family lives. And so I want to represent this place and get the best possible deal. The main areas that I want to focus on will be public transport. So your viewers will know that buses are the main form of transport in our region, and that can be really difficult to get buses that have reliable buses. And so I've been lucky enough to work with this Somali community for many years through my work in the council, and I understand it. I know how much good the community does, how much good contributes to the economy, but also how many community activists they are who are constantly trying to help the whole city. So for me, I want to be able to work again with the Somali community. I want to be able to listen to concerns, but also to give a voice to people so that they feel heard, and they'll be able to see that I listen to them in terms of the actions that I do.
Helen Godwin kusoo MMTV aad baan kaaga mahadcelinayaa inaad waqtigaaga na siiso.
Thank you for having me.
Waaga ugu horreyn waxaan doonayaa su'aasha koobaad doonayna ku weydiiyo waxa weeye maxaa kuu dhali inaad adigu u tartanto maayarka magaalada?
So I used to be a councillor in Bristol and spent lots of time working in the council, working in particular with children and young people, working with different communities. But most importantly, this is my home. This is where I grew up. This is where my family live. And so I want to represent this place and get the best possible deal that we can from our government, get the best investment, and create opportunity for all our communities and all our young people so that they can live in decent homes, travel on good public transport, and also see pathways into the jobs of the future that they might want to do. So the main areas that I want to focus on will be public transport. So your viewers will know that buses are the main form of transport in our region, and that can be really difficult to get buses to have reliable buses. And so we need to improve that so that people feel they can trust public transport more. But I also want to improve our railway as well, so that we've got better trains. I also want to look at where we build housing, because so many of our families are living in small accommodation or temporary accommodation, and we need to look at where we can build not just houses but also new communities in our region. And then the third sort of priority for me is to think about skills and pathways into work, so both for adults and young adults but also for our children, so that they can see here are the jobs that are coming, and here is what I need to do to make sure that I can access those jobs when they come.
Maxay caqabadaha aad arkaysaa is leedahay way ay jiraan oo ay haystaan bulshada xaggan ku joogta, hadday noqoto dhaqaalaha, hadday noqoto dhaqaalaha caafimaadka iyo sidoo kale arrimaha bulshada?
So I think some of the main challenges that we've got in our region at the moment is around housing. So too many families are living in unsuitable accommodation, but we've also got some really big challenges around our young people and having the right opportunities and being able to see how they can thrive and be successful here. So I want to really kind of work with other parts of the city and the region, with businesses, with community groups, with the voluntary sector, and just make sure that we set out all those opportunities that there are for our young people.
taasi haddii noqoto xagga caqabadaha waxaa kaloo jira kulle magaaladu fursado fara badan ayay haysataa. Maxaa fursado laga faa'iideysan karaa ee magaaladan ay leedahay iyo qaybtan galbeedka England?
I think we're a fantastic region. I think our diversity is one of our strengths. So we've done great things in the past. We've done amazing engineering feats. We've done amazing inventions. We are a very open, warm, welcoming place to be. And I think our potential is absolutely huge. We just need to come together, have better conversations with each other, tell government how great we are and why it's good to spend money here, and similarly to tell private investment why it's good to spend money here, and also just focus on getting stuff done, making sure that we're building those houses that we need to build, making sure that we're improving services, making sure that we're helping our young people through pathways into the jobs that they want. But we need to do it all quite quickly, because I don't want to lose any more time.
hase yeeshee waxaa jira iyadoo kale sidoo kale dhalinyar fara badan iyaduna ku dhex jira hadday noqoto mukhaadaraadka iyo daraaska iyo xabsidan dhalinyar fara badan baa ku jirta maxaa ay ka qaban karaan dadka maamulka degmada haddii lagu doorto.
So it is a really serious issue. We've got this issue across our region with drugs, criminality, gangs, and there's lots of people involved way too young in those sorts of activities. And I think a lot of that is about hope. It's about giving young people safe spaces to be and ways of sharing their experiences, but also, again, making sure that they can see that there is a better pathway for them, that where they can make good money, they can be successful, they can get the things that they want to buy, but they can do that without putting themselves in danger or going into criminal activities. But I think it has to start when they're really young. So it's about making sure that we've got childcare facilities so that parents are able to go to work if they want to, and making sure that we've got those inclusive communities so that our young people are growing up together and seeing what the opportunities are for them.
aad baad mahadsan tahay waxaa kaloo jirteedana waxaa jira jariido iyo communities ayaa jira magaalada ka shaqeeya oo iyaguna muhiimad amba door weyn ka qaata arrimaha bulshada ka qaata iyaga kuwaasi haddii lagu doorto si ula shaqayn kartaa maxayse ka filan karaan.
So when I was a councillor in Bristol, I saw how important our voluntary and community sector was. There was not a lot that we could do without them, and especially during COVID, for example, we really needed our communities to help us to get things done. So if I'm elected as mayor on May the 1st, I will be looking to work really closely with our community sector, making sure that I'm listening and understanding what the challenges are, but also making sure that when I need to do things that I'm asking the right people to do that, and often that's people that are closest to our communities.
waxaa kaloo dhinac kala jirteen 2022 aan idhaahdo in la bedelay systemka maayarnimada magaalada sidee u saamaysay degmada taasi.
Yeah, so the referendum was to stop there being a mayor of Bristol, but we still have a mayor of the West of England, which is the mayor job that I'm looking to get for. So it has changed the city because I think we've now lost a bit of leadership and a very straightforward way of accessing leadership and accessing power within the city. So this role, I guess, is similar, but on a bigger scale. So it's a bigger area with probably more budget, more responsibility, but not necessarily the responsibility to deliver adult social care or children's social care or housing or homelessness, but more planning the place for the years to come. So it's actually thinking about what does this place look like in the future is the key thing.
taanood ku maasan tahay bulshada Soomaalida ee ku dhaqan magaalada Bristol bulshada ugu weyn bay kamid tahay amba jariido ugu weyn ee magaalada Bristol maxay iyagu ka filan karaan sidoo wada shaqeyn doontaan hadii lagu doorto.
So I've been lucky enough to work with the Somali community for many years through my work in the council, and I understand and I know how much good the community does, how much the community contributes to the economy, but also how many community activists they are who are constantly trying to help the whole city. So for me, I want to be able to work again with the Somali community. I want to be able to listen to the concerns, but also to give a voice to people so that they feel heard, and they'll be able to see that I'm listening to them in terms of the actions that I do.
waxa ugu dambeyntii Helen Godwin oo ka socota xisbiga Labourka waxa dad bulshada hal iyo laba area tiraahdo amba doorashada ku saabsan ku soo dhow.
So the election is on Thursday, May the 1st. Everyone should have now their polling card, which should have been sent to your house by post. And then what you need to do is go to the polling station, which is written on your polling card on Thursday, May the 1st from 7 a.m. till 10 p.m. You must take ID, so you must take your passport or your driving license or a council tax bill or something like that in order to vote. You cannot just vote without that identification, but please make sure you vote. Please make sure that you take all the people in your house who are eligible to vote with you, and hopefully you'll vote Labour on May the 1st.
aad baad mahadsan tahay Helen Godwin aad iyo aad baad mahadsan tahay.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.